Today I'm in the town of Tavistock in South Devon in the UK. In a prominent position right in the heart of the town is the War Memorial. On the front face, the lower list of names, around 40 names, are those who died in the Second World War. Above that we have the first of 4 sides that lists the people who gave their lives in the First World War. This is the second side, the third side, and the fourth side. I'm seeing here a total of around 120 names. Tavistock is not a large town, and 120 deaths in the First World War is a terrible price to pay. On sale in the town is the book We Will Remember Them, and that contains good biographical notes on almost all of those 120 names on the War Memorial. This is the old cemetery in Tavistock, but I'm really surprised to find the gates are sealed shut and a notice saying the cemetery is closed and no entry. I've never come across a cemetery closed up like this before. Please excuse the background noise. We're on the busy main road that comes into Tavistock, and I'll just give you some shots from the outside. This one is to Mary Johns, 1870, aged 83. Over the back there we can see some large trees have come down some time past, and that may be the reason they've closed all this off. Health and safety. Facing the road is Nathaniel White, and he died in the first day of 1863, aged 53 years. So that is the old cemetery, which we can't get in at the moment. It's a shame. It looks a fascinating place, some nice memorials, easy to read. Right in the heart of the town is Abbey Chapel, and in the front grounds here, down both sides, they've placed various memorial stones. Philip Kelly, and he died in 1826, and under that we have Honor Kelly and Nicholas Kelly. Gabriel Edgecombe, who died in 1820, aged 77 years. So we have a stone here which is just over 200 years old. With the wildflowers growing out of the wall, and over the top we have Elizabeth Kellaway, and she died in 1784. Another one from 1784 is for Mary, the daughter of John and Mary Moon, and she was buried, she died in the 4th year of her age. A very clear inscription on this one. Here lieth in hope of a joyful resurrection the sleeping duty of Thomas Holmes of this parish, 76 in 1789. This very large grave, the only large grave in this area, and there's a whole list of names. At the top it's 1736 right down to 1834, and there are all members of the Windeat family, starting with Samuel at the top and finishing with Mary below. And again, right in the heart of this lovely little town is the parish church, and there are a number of memorials in the grounds, so we'll have a look at those and see if we can get some access to the church. The first thing that strikes you when you come in here is the thinness of the stone used for the memorials. Here are two back to back, but they're only just an inch and a quarter thick. Come down to these ones here, very, very thin stone. Sacred to the memory of Elizabeth Cortis, who departed in 1826. Mary Beckford, the wife of Isaac White Beckford, 1848, age 68. This is Mary Drown, daughter of John and Mary Drown, late of this town. She died in 1825, aged 21. I could show you any one of a number of these stones. Although they're 200 years old, most of them, they preserved very well, and the inscriptions are nice and clear on quite a lot of them. Propped up against the church wall, in memory of Richard Cook Cann. He died in 1818, age 71, and beneath it tells us that this stone was erected as the last tribute of an affectionate son. Close to the porch here we have Richard Saunders, 1781, and his wife, Richard their son. And underneath there is John Saunders, 1838, and some other names beneath it. Very clear to read. The church looks open, so let's have a look inside. Well, inside the church there were some people, so I was not able to give you a commentary out of courtesy to them. There are more memorials than I could show you, and it's well worth a visit inside the church. I've now come to the main cemetery in Tavistock. As you can probably see, this is on a very busy road. The entrance is on a busy road. We'll go inside and explore some of the memorials. Right inside the gate is this very sad one. Herbert John and Edward Parnell, twin sons of J.R. and M.D. May, who died December 14th and 15th, 1882, aged 8 months. And then beneath that we've got Elizabeth Woodman, daughter of the above, who died aged 6 years. And then below that we've got Godfrey, infant son, 1889, aged 10 months. A very sad and poignant memorial. As always in these graveyards we have the war graves. This one is F.W. Hicks, Lance Corporal, Royal Army Service Corps, 1918, aged 40. Nicely engraved stone with a very clear inscription. This is to Harry, the husband of Betsy W. Soper, 1909, aged 59. And then beneath that we have Betsy herself. This is on a darker stone, and it reads, Samuel Robert, beloved and only son of W.H. and E.J. Brooks, and brother of Irina and Lily. Died 1913, aged 19. Then we have other names beneath that. A massive block of granite here. At the top they've picked out an anchor and chain, and on the front there we have the memorial to Edred Marshall, and beneath that Helena Aldry, his wife. There is some strimming noises in the background as the caretakers endeavour to keep the undergrowth down, and they've done a really good job. There's something very special here. There have been films and documentaries made about this grave. We read that the eldest son of J.S. and M.J. Rogers, aged 31, but beneath that Harry, lost his life on the Titanic, aged 19, August the 15th, 1912. So they obviously brought his body back here, and he's buried here in Tavistock. Just alongside are other members of the family, Mary Jane Rogers, William Henry. I was just speaking to the caretakers here who keep all this undergrowth under control. They were telling me it takes 3 of them 5 days every month. 15 man days to keep the grass in neat order. And this is not a large cemetery. They do a tremendous job. At the top of the graveyard is the Chapel of Rest. Pray for the souls of the nuns of the Carmelite monastery in Tavistock. And there's around 12 names on here, but just first names. Sister Gabriel, Sister Mary, Sister Teresa. Next to that is the figure of Christ on the cross. And at the base, this is our venerated Mother Foundress, Mother Mary of Jesus, who died in 1851. Next to that we have this one, 1889, but not in English, although we can probably make out most of what it's trying to say. And high up beyond the Chapel of Rest is a new section where we have the current graves. And this is a very recent war grave, 2006, Richard Watson of the Royal Marines, age 23. In front of this cross is this large patch of very colourful pink flowers. And behind we can read that it's Thomas Bazley, Lieutenant Commander DSC Royal Navy, 1878 and 1934. Peter Anthony James Curtis, and what I like here is the spanner as part of the emblem on this grave. 64 years. We can see in the few rows back another of the war graves. Private T.F. Trick, Dorsetshire Regiment, 18th of September 1918. This is Sarah Jane, the beloved wife of John Williams, 1900, age 66. More names beneath that, but stands out is this insert here of an angel at the top of the stone, and one nearby with the same effect. This is Elizabeth, beloved wife of Philip Doige, Doige being a very good Devon name, and the insert has a woman carrying a cross. And a third one here seems to be George Jeffrey, and again it's got this circular insert but a different image again. This is a angel in prayer. Aurelia Stodden, 1894, William, her husband. Beneath that though we've got Samuel, who died at Ishpeming, America, age 19. Beneath that John Blamey, who died at Butt City in America, 1890. And then Elizabeth Ann. So two of them ended up in the USA. There's a story there. I'm going to come to an end now on this cemetery in Tavistock. Been a real pleasure to be here. Some lovely memorials. I do recommend a visit. So, till the next time.